Are you ready for the truth about Pi Network that nobody is talking about? Look, I need to tell you something that's going to either shock you or completely change how you think about Pi Network. While everyone's been focused on launch dates and price predictions, something absolutely massive has been happening behind the scenes that most people are completely missing. The mainnet isn't just running. It's processing thousands of real transactions daily. Real businesses are accepting Pi payments. And developers are launching actual applications that people are using right now. But here's the kicker. The general crypto community has gone silent about Pi Network, search interest is dropping, and I'm seeing pioneers everywhere losing hope and asking, is this whole thing dead? That's exactly why I had to make this video, because what I'm about to show you proves that while the noise has died down, the real work is accelerating at a pace that's going to catch everyone off guard. If you're here watching this, you're probably just like me. You've been tapping that button every single day for months, maybe even years, watching your Pi balance slowly grow, and deep down you're wondering if you're wasting your time or actually sitting on something that could change your life. I get it because I've been asking myself the same question, and honestly, what I discovered in my research for this video completely shifted my perspective on where Pi Network is headed. Listen, before we dive into this, I want you to know that I'm not just another YouTuber trying to hype you up for views. I'm building a real community of Pi pioneers who are serious about this journey, and the conversations happening in my private groups are incredible. Head down to the description right now and follow my Telegram and Facebook pages. That's where I share my unfiltered thoughts, breaking news as it happens, and honestly, some insights that I can't always put in YouTube videos because YouTube can be complicated sometimes. My social media family always gets the real talk first, and trust me, after what I'm about to reveal, you're gonna want those direct updates. You know what frustrates me the most right now? Everyone's obsessed with dates and price predictions, but they're completely missing what's actually happening in the Pi ecosystem. While pioneers are getting discouraged by the silence from the core team, there are people who understand technology and cryptocurrency who are quietly getting excited about what Pi has built. And honestly, I think this quiet period might actually be the best thing that could have happened to Pi Network. My honest take? This silence isn't a bad sign. It's actually what serious technology companies do before major launches. Think about Apple before they release a new iPhone, or Tesla before they announce a breakthrough. The noise dies down, the hype machines go quiet, but the real work is happening behind closed doors. But here's what concerns me. In crypto, silence can also mean abandonment. The difference is in the data, and the data I'm seeing suggests serious development is accelerating, not slowing down. Here's what I've realized that changed my entire perspective on Pi Network. Every single cryptocurrency that came before Pi, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, even Dogecoin, they all did the same thing. They launched their networks first, then spent years desperately trying to convince people to use them. I mean, think about it. Bitcoin has been around since 2009, and my neighbor still doesn't know how to buy it, let alone use it for anything practical. Pi Network flipped this entire model on its head, and I don't think most people realize how revolutionary this approach actually is. My honest opinion, this is either the smartest strategy in cryptocurrency history, or it's going to be a case study in how not to launch a crypto project. There's no middle ground here. But the more I study it, especially looking at how traditional tech companies scale, the more I'm convinced they're onto something massive. However, the execution risk is enormous. They've set expectations so high that anything less than perfect could be devastating. They built the largest cryptocurrency community in human history before their mainnet went fully public. We're talking about over 35 million people who have gone through KYC verification, who understand the basic concept of Pi, who have the app on their phones, and who are already mentally invested in the ecosystem. When Pi opens up to the world, it's not going to be like other cryptocurrencies starting from 0 users. It's going to be like turning on a switch for 35 million people who are already ready to use it. Here's my honest assessment. This gives Pi an unfair advantage that no other cryptocurrency project can replicate. You can't just decide tomorrow to build a 35 million user community. It took Pi years of consistent effort and a unique approach. But here's what worries me. Having users and having utility are two different things. The real test is whether Pi can convert this massive user base into actual economic activity. So far, the signs are promising, but we're still in the early stages. But let me tell you what's happening right now that has me genuinely excited. While everyone's complaining about the wait, developers are quietly building real applications on Pi. I'm talking about actual useful apps. Games where you can earn and spend Pi, social media platforms built on the Pi blockchain, e-commerce solutions where merchants can accept Pi payments, and even decentralized finance applications. The mainnet is processing thousands of transactions every single day, and most people have no idea this is happening. My brutally honest opinion, this is where Pi either proves itself or fails completely. Having millions of users means nothing if they don't have anything meaningful to do with their Pi. But from what I'm seeing in the ecosystem, there's real development happening. The quality varies. Some apps are impressive, others feel basic, but the diversity is encouraging. The question is whether it's happening fast enough to keep the community engaged and whether these early applications can handle the scale when everything opens up. Now here's where I might lose some of you, but I need to be honest about what makes Pi different from every other cryptocurrency project. Pi isn't like Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's designed to be simple, accessible, and usable by anyone, which is both its strength and its risk. It removes barriers like complexity, cost, and exclusivity by using social trust for security. With the largest user base in crypto, real apps, and an active mainnet, Pi has a rare chance at mainstream adoption, but success depends entirely on execution. So here's what I need you to do. Stop worrying about what Pi is worth today in dollars, because that's missing the entire point. Start thinking about what you're building for the future. Engage with the Pi apps that are being developed. Learn about the businesses being built in the ecosystem. Connect with other pioneers who are taking this seriously. And most importantly, make your own decision based on facts, not fear or hype. My personal advice? I'm continuing to mine Pi every day, not because I think it's going to make me rich overnight, but because I believe in the vision of accessible cryptocurrency. Even if I'm wrong, the time investment is minimal, literally 10 seconds a day. But if I'm right, being an early participant in the world's most widely adopted cryptocurrency seems like a pretty good position to be in. That said, I'm not putting any money into Pi beyond my daily tap, and I'd advise you to be equally cautious. What do you think? Are you still mining Pi with confidence, or are you starting to have doubts about the whole project? Drop a comment below and let's have a real conversation about this. No hype, no fear, just honest opinions from real pioneers. And if this video helped you think about Pi Network differently, hit that like button, share it with other pioneers who need to hear this perspective, and subscribe because the next few months are going to be absolutely crucial for Pi's future. Remember, in cryptocurrency, information and timing matter more than luck. Stay informed, stay realistic, and most importantly, make your own decisions. The future of Pi Network is being written right now, and whether you're part of that story is up to you.